What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Ruse Reviews and welcome to our first double feature. Let's run the credits. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. It's obviously been a hot minute and you're probably thinking, things have changed here, you're not sat down where you usually are. Nope, that's because my studio has changed around a little bit. It'll probably go back to the other one at some point, but at the moment, I'm in this little setup for work reasons. This is our first double review feature. What this means is that in this review, I'll be reviewing two effects that are a little bit similar, so that hopefully you guys can figure out which one would work best for you. The two effects I'll be reviewing today are Harry's Little Helper from Lord Harry and Cat Burglar from Hansen Chen Productions and Davio Wu. So why am I reviewing two little hand gimmicks? Well, straight off the bat, the little hand effect was one of my favourite effects to perform. I had the original, I forget the guy who created it, but I know Michael Amar used it a lot. It was marketed as one of Michael Amar's main effects, and I used to love that all the time. I then moved on to the little hand gimmick, which was produced by Prop Dog over here in the UK. If you guys haven't seen that, you should check that out. But these two effects have been released within the last year, and they're two effects that I've been switching in and out of my routine fairly regularly. With that in mind, let's start with this. Harry's Little Helper. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. I've carefully placed the hand gimmick over the QR code, so don't try and scan it. For those of you that don't know who Lord Harry is, he is a creative magician based over here in the UK, one of the nicest magicians you'll have the pleasure of meeting. I've known Harry for a little while now, and he's always happy to give you his time and chat projects and chat magic, and you should just check out his work. His stuff that is produced, a lot of it is really commercial magic, things like Haribo and this, for example. And if you like fun pieces of magic, check out Lord Harry's work, because this certainly fits into that category of fun magic. I think when you've got a little hand gimmick, you can't help but have an element of fun, and these two effects certainly have that. But what you have here with Harry's Little Helper is not only a fun moment of magic, but you also have a mind-reading reveal. In the effect, Harry gets the spectators to pick a card. He then goes onto his phone and shows a picture of his daughter holding a pack of cards. As the audience watch, a little hand comes out of the phone and reveals to them the card they are thinking of. The gimmick itself is made of silicone. It's very well produced. There's obviously a card stuck to it. That means it will fit most finger sizes. Obviously, there are fingers that will vary. Some fingers that will be maybe slightly too thin for this. But with a gimmick like this, you have more options to maybe fill it out with something if your fingers are a little bit too small to use it. But for me, it is perfect. This will usually sit on middle finger for me. So when you're doing the move, you can come over and show your hand like this, in my case, or if you're doing it with a phone, you can have it behind the phone. Come over, have it reveal the card, which I think is really cool. Obviously come over and show that it's not in there. But there are many different ways to perform it, obviously only limited to your imagination. With Harry's Little Helper, it is just a cool, funny, visual moment of mind reading that you can share with your audiences. The tutorial itself is pretty short. It's sort of what you want for a little hand gimmick. You don't want it to be too long because it is just this gimmick. Harry goes into everything, how to get started, how to use this gimmick, how to use it with the phone, and everything you need to get in and out of your routine. Let's nip on to our next effect, which is Cat Burglar. This is from Hansen Chen Productions. You guys will probably know of Hansen Chen, and from the magician Davio Wu. So what do you get with this? Well, you get a little cat burglar paw that looks like this. It comes in varying colours, but this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that on camera there. This is what mine looks like. You also get a lucky charm. So this is for the patter of, you remember those lucky cats that you see in Chinese shops? These are the lucky charms they're holding. Along with these items, you also get something special that allows you to vanish these items super cleanly. It helps when magic really reels you in to that moment. Do you see what I did there? Did you get it? Good. With this, it's introduced the magnet back into the little hand gimmick, which is something I loved about the original little hand, the one that Michael Amar used. It ends up being magnetized, which is super, super cool. In fact, what that means is you get that quick snappy moment of the cat grabbing this item. You don't get that moment of fishing around or hunting for your object like you do with the Prop Dog one. You sort of have to come up and grab it with the Prop Dog. This one just automatically sticks, and it's very, very cool just for that reason alone, because that visual of this being stuck happens super quick and it really makes your spectators gasp and jump. It's a very visual moment. Again, in this teaching, a phone is used. Davio uses a phone with a picture of a cat on it. He then places this charm on his palm and places the phone above it. He then has the cat's paw come out from underneath the phone, grab the charm, pull it back in, and you can turn the phone over and show it completely clean. One thing to note is the sizing of this thing. This is fixed. This is a fixed size. It's designed to go on your little finger, but even that is quite a bit of a tight squeeze for me. So what I would suggest is if you have smaller hands, this would probably be perfect. For me, I really have to cram it onto my finger to get this to stick in place. But saying that, having gone out and performed this a few times, including Harry's Little Helper as well, I found that Harry's Little Helper suits my middle finger more, and this suits my pinky finger more. So if you're in between sizes, this one would suit you more if you had smaller hands, and Harry's Little Helper would suit you more if you had medium to larger hands. What Prop Dog did great was make one where you could actually put it in boiling water and resize to fit your finger shape. Obviously, these are fixed sizes. You can't boil that because there is wool or some sort of cloth around the outside to make the cat's paw. And with Harry's Little Helper, it is silicone. You may be able to do it, but even then, it wouldn't be worth the risk. Again, the tutorial for Cat Burglar, not super long. It's quite short. As I say, you don't really need it with a little hand gimmick. But what you do get is teaching on how to make the clean vanish with that extra little gimmick happen. And there we go, guys. Harry's Little Helper from Lord Harry and Cat Burglar from Hansen Chen Productions and Davio Wu. Both of them completely separate little hand gimmicks, completely different effects, but both of them have fared very, very well in my current close-up set. So it's up to you. Do you want a mentalism Little Helper gimmick, or do you want a little cat helper gimmick with a cool story involved? The choice is yours. Links are below. If you haven't done so yet, smash the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell for the next review, and I'll see you all very, very soon for the next one. Ciao.